Hello, Taurus. Thank you for joining me and welcome to your reading. I'm tuning into your energy this morning. I always pay attention to what's happening with me when I'm about to do a reading. And so I'm just feeling this like super, like I felt to put like rose oil on, and then I have this like red dress on. So there's just this like super certain type of energy that I'm really curious to see how it comes through the cards, how that energy wants to express itself. So I'm going to pull an overall energy from the Animal Oracle deck. We get 2 cards. Okay, Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. And Chameleon Spirit, act as if. Okay, this card keeps coming up. This is coming up for me in personal readings because I'll just like pull a card or 2 every morning just to get a feel for the day. But it's also coming up in some of the other readings as well. So act as if and bring a gentle touch. Okay, so I'm just going to set these here for a minute and see what else comes up through the tarot. I'm going to look at these a little bit while I'm shuffling. Yeah, with the act as if, okay, so it's a 14 card too, because I was just going to say that I think this is coming up because collectively humanity is in a place where the energy is really shifting. We're shifting in our, or at least those of us on a certain wave, a certain collective of people, the people that are watching these readings, we're kind of in the same collective. Okay, so this would be why it would be resonating for you. Okay, but so there's a certain part of us that it's like the wheel is kind of turning. So 14 being a 5 card as well, I was going to say that, you know, this is indicative. I think it's coming up because of the change. I just kind of saw some of this imagery here as like a wheel too. I guess that's because what my mind is thinking about right now, wheels and spirals and turns and gears, where there's like something about the timing right now. Maybe we just had this full moon last night, so it's like, you know, something's clicking into gear where things are changing. Okay, and whenever things change and we're in a new space, you know, it's like that can bring about this energy. Like we don't really know where we're at yet, but we're like in this energy, we're in this flow. And so act as if, right? Like just kind of like go through the motions until the gears click in and you know what you're doing. And then this coming out with the bring a gentle touch, like perhaps this is, we'll see what else comes up with the cards, but you know, like be gentle with yourself while you're going through this change. It's a very good change. Obviously from the energy that I'm feeling, it's quite sensual, actually. Maybe I'm just tuning into Taurian energy. I have Taurus rising, so I know this energy. Okay, so let's see what the tarot wants to say here. Those 2 are popping out. All right, Ace of Fire and Queen of Air. So let's look at these. Ace of Fire and Queen of Air. Okay, so immediately here's a discernment card. This is speaking loudly as a discernment card right now. Okay, this is my higher timeline card. And this is how it's presenting today as well. It's like this is the energy. This is the energy that the wheel has turned. We're on this kind of like higher path. Okay, we're on this higher path. And yet it's coming out with the Queen of Air. So let's get another card and see what this is trying to say. I think I know what it's trying to say. I'm going to get some cards. All right, yeah. Okay, Page of Wands and the Magician. Okay, so here we are. This is part of that same energy where it's like the wheel has turned. For whatever reason, this is a wheel card for me, a change card, the number 14-5 card. Okay, we're acting as if it's very new, so this validates that. We're on a new adventure. You're on a new adventure, okay? You're on a new adventure, and it's very new. However, you've created this out of your alignment and your magic. So here you are in your power. Like, this is a very powerful position that you're in, a very powerful path that you're on, okay? So, but it's coming up with this be gentle and Queen of Air. So what is this about? What are we saying with the, I feel that those 2 go together. What are we saying with the bring a gentle touch and the Queen of Air? What is going on with this for Taurus? Okay, yeah. I kind of had a feeling this was going to come up today because I'm feeling a very sort of like two of Cups. Feeling a very sort of like romantic, sensual, you know, like I put on red for some reason, like I had a different color on and it just wasn't showing up in this lighting. So like I put on red and I have the rose oil on and I was like, what's going on here? Is this going to be a romance reading? But so here's the 2 of Cups, okay, and this is in response to why are we, you know, what's going on with this Queen of Air and the bring a gentle touch. So could be, I just need a little bit more. I need a little bit more with this. My mind's going in two different directions. It could be that this person that you're partnered with, if you're partnered with somebody already, might be lagging a little bit behind. They might not quite, caught a scent yet, or caught the wheels might not have turned for them yet for this new path, this new sort of like really fleshed out, luscious, like, abundant, manifesting. Like you're in your higher timeline now. Okay, things are starting to click in. They're starting to come in. You're at the beginning of that. But because you're at the beginning of that, some of the people in your life, you might be that catalyst energy that's kind of pulling them along. And I'm kind of feeling like this might be that other person that's like, they're just like not really sure. They might feel a little insecure. They might feel, and we'll see, this might be one option. There might be more that comes through. Okay. But to bring a gentle touch, to know that this person, because look, like this energy here is similar to the colors and the energy in this. This is kind of the space you're holding for this other person with the oranges and the yellows. It's like you're in your power, you're in your manifestation. Actually, I had a lot of my crystals that I have down here out with the full moon last night, and I just like walked by them and I was like, oh, I gotta put those away, before I was doing your reading. And this one popped out at me that it's like this raw chunk of carnelian. Look at these colors. I just love this stone. It's such a great holding stone. Like, look at how the fingers fit in there. But anyway, it just reminds me of these colors as well. So this, and carnelian being a real manifestation stone, So, okay, here you are in this energy, and then there's just this real contrasting energy right here. So, and because I was thinking maybe this is you, maybe there was something about like the inner world and all that. But of course, everything is, right? Everything's a reflection. But it feels clearly that this is about another person. So this other person may just kind of be, just not quite in that energy yet, and kind of watching you. Like, look at how she's watching, and it's like, so what I was going to say is, this coming up with the gentle touch, because these energies are, these colors and this energy represented by the colors is very much in alignment with like what you are. It's like this card goes with them because they're the ones that need that gentle touch. But so what I'm feeling from this energy, let me try to get to my point here, is that they are in alignment with where you're going. They are in alignment with where you're going. They're just a little bit behind. They're a little bit behind, they're kind of hanging back a little bit. They're kind of watching, they're kind of waiting. And then, the message for you being like, just be kind of gentle with them. Like, you might really be ready to go. You're so in your power. You're so in your magical expression, but you're also at the very beginning too. You're at the very beginning. You're kind of trying to figure it out. You're just kind of like going along, like letting your gears move. So you really don't want anybody holding you back, because when we're at the very beginning of a new phase, it's like old patterns. I feel that you're like solidly on this, even though it's a page card. You're at the beginning. It's like, because that came out with a magician, it's like you created this, you earned this, you're in alignment with this. These people aren't going to pull you back, but you might feel a little bit impatient, or you're just like, come on, like, let's go, let's do this. Let's do this. It's here. Like, don't you want to jump? Don't you want to step? And so the advice kind of being like, and especially because it's new for you, especially because it's new and you're just ready to go and you're ready to explore. And again, the advice just being like, be patient with them. I'm really getting the feeling that they are on board and they are going to come along with you, but they're just, they're just lagging a little bit. So let's see what else. I'm going to pull from this newish deck for me. I don't like all of the cards. I like some of them. What did we get? Okay, we got a couple cards. Yeah, they're a little too modern for me. I like more ethereal things. Some of them, like this one. Look at that. It's just so like, Okay, but this is the Knight of Swords, and what is he doing? He's running onto his bike. He's got a bow and arrow on his back. He's following a raven. He's on the go. He's moving quickly. He's got things to do. This is you. You're like, let's do this. I want to go. I want to get on that bike. I want to ride. The signs are ahead of me. I have everything that I need. I have my red shoes on because I'm anchored on the earth and I'm grounded. Like, I'm on this path. I am on this path. And then here's the Ace of Wands. Okay, here's the Ace of Wands. This is kind of the energy that I was feeling before your reading. Like, just really sensual. Like, here's like the drop of God in your pineal gland. It's like the whole reason that this is happening, the whole reason that, and we do have two more cards. We're going to get to them in a minute. The whole reason this whole higher timeline, magician, new path thing is happening is because of your connection. Something, again, this is the magician, something that you've achieved within yourself. Okay, Ace of Wands, we got it twice. This is a higher timeline. These are the same cards, different decks. Okay, so this is it. This is where you're at. You're in that spirit-led life. You're being led by, the nectar of your own, inner alignment, the nectar of your own self-love. This is that juicy Taurian energy that I was feeling in the beginning that was like, wow, okay, this is you. And again, it's just striking me because this is kind of like feeling like a higher love type of energy to me, where it's like, again, you just want to play. You want to play in this higher realm with a counterpart. You want to play because that's the source of creation, where the masculine and the feminine coming together. Usually when I get cards like this, I usually interpret them in terms of like the inner, because of course it is the inner and it's an inner reflection, but I feel like this is definitely a person for you specifically, rather than, or it wants to be talked about specifically about a person rather than the inner union within yourself, because there's this energy here that is so not you. It's obviously about another person. Okay, so that's how I'm discerning that. But so anyway, it's like you want to play in these higher realms, and I feel like that's what this card is representing. Okay. And here's the Seven of Wands. Here's the Seven of Wands. And I often read the Seven of Wands. Again, this is a new deck for me, so I'm really kind of enjoying getting like new downloads off this deck and off these cards. And so, a couple different messages here. Like often in the other decks, God, look at that. She's in like a globe. It's like it doesn't matter what is coming at you. It doesn't matter like what you have to defend against. You're at this point in your life where look how beautiful those are together, and the colors. It's like what you want, but this is a card of like, you've always wanted this. You've always wanted this. This has always been your dream. This has always been what you've longed for, what you come back to when you're in that inner stillness space. And I'm really feeling like this is communicating that higher love, that divine partnership type of energy. You're really feeling that energy. You're feeling that jump. You've gone on to this higher timeline, and it's just kind of what's coming through for you, but it's what's always been there. I feel like this is manifesting for you. Okay, again with the manifestation card, this is the energy that you're in. This is the energy that you're pulling through. So okay, yes. And then the last card that came out with that deck was the Three of Cups. So here it is, the celebration. It's like, this is a community card where, again, it's like you want to do this. You want to do this with another. This is what you've always wanted. It's almost like this is part of your spiritual path. Part of your spiritual path was to anchor and land this higher timeline, and to anchor and land this higher timeline with another. Okay, with another. And yet here's your other. Here's your other. So let's get a little bit more about this person specifically. Okay, I'm going to do my wizard deck here. You know what? I have this deck with, it just has one word. It's an angel deck, and there's just one word. And I just want one word right now. Miracles. Okay, so yeah, it's like this person is coming along with you. This person is coming. This person is absolutely positioned to jump onto this higher timeline. They just haven't yet. So it's like it came out twice. It communicated this to me in a couple different ways, where it's like, the energy and the colors are very, this is them, and the miracle. But it might seem like a miracle, because it might seem like they're really lagging behind, and like they don't want to come. And you might even be feeling like, what should I do about this? Like, I really want this, this is what I've always wanted. I'm ready. This person's here. But again, the bring a gentle touch feels like patience to me. It's like, just be patient with them, because it's very clear to me from this reading and the colors and the way the energy is communicating that they very much are in alignment with this. I'm also getting the feeling, another message with this card is that, okay, so the speed with which you're ready to go with this and to explore this, and to, kind of like, again, that like act as if energy to, to go on to this new path, the speed with which you are feeling this. Okay, so this is where we go into the inner polarity, okay, because your outer relationship is a reflection of your inner relationship. Okay, so your inner union is your inner divine masculine, your inner divine masculine energy is ready to go. Okay, that means that even if your outer masculine energy, or okay, so not gender, right? Not gender, just polarities. So this person, like whether you're a male or a female, this person might be holding the more masculine energy in the situation because they're just kind of more in their head, or they might be feeling a little bit out of control or unsafe, and they're just kind of like in more of like a strategizing, they want to make sure everybody's safe, okay? And so that's kind of the masculine polarity, where it's like let's hold on, let's slow down. This is like the passionate feminine energy, that sensual energy that I was feeling in the beginning, that was like, look, I dreamed this up, and I dreamed you up to do it with me, and you dreamed me up to do it with you, like she's the one that knows. This is our inner feminine that just has this vision and knows this. And then our inner masculine, that's just kind of like making sure that everybody's safe, making sure all the structures are in place. And that's all he's doing. All he's doing is just his part, his being. Oh, okay, so we're getting a solar flare. I have this app on my phone, and it comes and it takes up the screen. And so and just get that out of the way. 134, M134. Anyway, so this is what he's doing. He's just doing his job, even if the he in this partnership is a she. The masculine polarity is doing their job. Okay, so this is within you too. They're a reflection of your inner alignment. So it's like you're aligned where your inner masculine is taking care of your inner feminine. So my point is, even if it looks like they might be in the way a little bit, they're not, because this is also them. Because if it's your inner masculine, it's them as the outer masculine, the outer reflection. You know what I'm saying? So that inner and outer reflection. So I don't know if that point landed, but it's like basically, it's basically this validation of like, they're coming along. They're just doing a little bit. They're doing a little bit first. Okay, I'm gonna pull, in terms of security, they're getting the fences in place. Oh gosh, okay, we just got some really good cards. Hold on, one fell on the floor. Oh my god. So here it is again, the victory card. So it's like, this victory is assured. If you're having doubts about this person, or you feel they're holding you back, they're not. This is all part of the process. Okay, you get the world. You guys are going to go the whole way through. You're going to go the whole way through together. Okay, look at this. Look at that bird in the background. That bird in the background. Okay, you're both chasing this bird. And this bird has been with you from the beginning of time. Okay, this is the world card. This is the completion, but it's also your, when we come the whole way around a circle, where do we come to? We come back to the beginning. We come back to, another card just flew out, transmutation. Okay, we're gonna get to that in a minute. You come back. Your soul makes a choice. Your soul makes a choice on the higher realm. Okay, where's that card? This one. This is what you always tune into. This is where you access it. This was the decision in the very beginning. Okay, there's a wheel again. Look, around her is the wheel. So this is, you come around to this point. This is what you've chosen long ago, and you're completing that. And this is the bird. And this is the bird that you're following. It's always been the symbol of what you've been following, the symbol of what you chose long ago. Okay, the both of you together, a true soul partnership. 6 of Cups. This is often I read this card as a soul contract, soulmates. Past life memories, past life contracts, past life things. You've done all these things together, all these awards you've won throughout all your lifetimes, all the trials, and now you're doing another one. You're receiving the reward. Why? Because where's the card? You're completing this cycle. You're completing this mission. You are, and maybe it takes a little while, but it's definitely being communicated that this is the real deal. It comes out with the Empress card. Okay, this is you. This is Taurus. This is you leading the way. The feminine energy leads the way. It's just the way the polarities work. The feminine energy has the vision. It brings it through. The masculine energy creates the container for it. That's what she's doing. She's securing the edge. Is securing the edges, securing the boundaries, creating the container. It might look like he's going in a different direction, but he's not. He's just doing his job, and he does it differently. The two of you are in celebration, in victory together. This is the victory card. This is the working together, the celebration card. this is the world card, okay? The completion card, you know, does it get any more clear than that? But then we get the transmutation card, okay? So a lot of what the two of you have probably been doing throughout your journey together has been transmuting energy. We know how that goes. You know, when you have a divine counterpart, you're healing, you know, they're healing, you're healing, you trigger each other, you bring up all of the hidden things, and that might have been like what your journey has been about for most of your relationship. Or at least some of it, right? Because any true alchemical marriage, you know, is really about the marriage within, and so it's going to get you to do that work inside of yourself, and it's going to get them to do that work inside of themselves. But you're moving on to there was some kind of wasp, I think, that just went by. You're moving on to this new path. You're moving on to this new higher timeline, and it's the feminine energy that's leading. And I'm assuming that's you who's listening, because that's how this reading is going. The feminine energy, the Empress energy, very Taurian card, is leading the way. Leading the way. You know, your intuition. Your intuition is leading the way. The birds are leading the way, okay, and you're following them and you're chasing them, okay. So and I just feel like the message is very, because this card is the aberration, you know, this card is the aberration, but this is them. But again, just really stressing that they are on board, they're just doing their part. But I feel like there's just like one other thing that wants to come through about that hasn't come through yet. So I'm just gonna do we're at 20 minutes, we're at 21 minutes. But like what? Okay, the Hermit. The Hermit card. Okay, so this is like a soul. This is a soul-led path. Okay, so the Hermit. This is like deeply written on both of your souls. This is deeply written on both of your souls. So whatever part they're playing right now, whatever they're doing, you might not understand, because it's you know, it's kind of like deep within them. It's deep with your part is deep within you, and their part is deep within them. And it might feel, again, I just keep wanting to say, like, it might feel contrasting, or it might feel contrary, but it's really not. It's coming from the soul. And I think this is just stressing that it's like they really, the part that they're playing is soul driven. The part that they're playing is, you know, very much guided from the deepest part of them. And it's very much about this completion, and just to trust that. And again, it's like, so this is coming up after, and this popped up on its own. The wind actually blew this over. So it's like that transmutation energy where, you know, there might have, I think I know why this is coming up, where there might have been triggers where you might have felt kind of abandoned, like maybe this part of them, or maybe even this part of them, where they might have just like shut you out, or cut you off, or withdrawn, and you just kind of felt like, are we ever going to land this? I'm feeling like, you know, this is kind of coming up to indicate some of that past stuff. But what it's saying is this time is not this, because again, you're on your higher timeline, and you're on a new path, and you're on this path because you've earned it. Okay, and then the last message, I have so many cards here, being that your inner union, bringing that point in, your union within yourself is now being reflected without. So even if there was a lot of that kind of like a violet flame, you know, transmuting, you know, hurting, like deep hurt and deep abandonment, and deep, you know, all that divine counterpart twin flame stuff, where it's like I could talk about it for hours, you know, it's like I'm not going into the specifics on it. I know this journey, but it's like I'm just speaking in generals, because it's like, you know, but if you're on this journey, then you know what I'm talking about, okay? You know all that kind of like pain and suffering and soul crushing alchemy that happens to bring you into your inner alignment, to bring you into your inner victory, to bring you into your completion and your magician and your Empress. The overriding message in this reading is that you are here. You are here. Okay, you are here. And then in relation to them, you're on your higher timeline. You're on this new path. It's at the beginning, so you might have some questions. But the energy coming out around them is celebration, miracles, the world, you know, victory. So, you know, and then the very beginning advice for you being just, you know, be gentle with this process. And another message of the very first card that came out with that act as if, is like, just know it. Like, not even like, on the one hand, yeah, act as if, you know, nothing's going to knock you off this path that you're on. But this is a relationship reading. So it's like, act as if they're coming along with you, because they are. They absolutely are. And it's just, honoring that process and honoring the role that they're playing, even if you don't understand it. And the last point that I was trying to make is like knowing that this is different. Oops, not that one. The transmutation. It's like, it's not this energy. You guys are done with this energy. You're in a new phase now. You've completed a cycle. You've come to a new phase in your journey together. Your journey together, which was chosen long ago, and that you're accessing and you're in alignment with. This is the gorgeous energy I was feeling when I started, is that alignment with the soul mission, that alignment with that which has been with you throughout time, that you've done so much work for. Okay, the time is now. And just to recap, and I'm repeating myself, but just to nail it home, it's like, whatever is going on with them is their part and their destined part, and just trust and know that this is happening. This is happening for you now. That one wanted to come to this celebration. So, okay, 25 minutes. All right, Taurus, that is your reading. I hope that it resonated for you, and I'd love to hear if it did. And yeah, I'll see you next time if I do. Okay, bye.